Today we are going to write a character description. Hippo class, you are going to write about Mr. Quiet, and Dolphin class, you can choose your favourite Mr. Man or Little Miss character. Character descriptions are when you describe what the character looks like, the appearance, and what the character acts like, their personality. So let's have a look at some examples. There's Mr. Tickle. And this is his character description. Mr. Tickle has extremely long arms. His arms are as slender as a jaguar's tail. Mr. Tickle is always grinning because he likes to make everybody laugh. He is very alert as he always eats a balanced diet. Each day is never a regular day because Mr. Tickle is always getting himself up to mischief. Mr. Tickle likes to laugh, smile, and dance. So now I'm going to tell you the things that I am impressed with this character description. If we look at the words Mr. Tickle throughout the description, both the for Mr. and for Tickle start with a capital letter because that is Mr. Tickle's name. So both words need a capital letter to start. The first sentence, Mr. Tickle has extremely long arms, has one of our swag bag words in it, extremely. His arms are as slender as a jaguar's tail. There's a simile because it's using as to compare Mr. Tickle's arms to a jaguar's tail, and that links with what we learned during our topic animals and their habitats. Mr. Tickle is always grinning because he likes to make everybody laugh. We've got the connective because in that sentence to give more information. He is very alert as he always eats a balanced diet. That sentence is linked to what we learned when we were doing the food groups topic. We know that if you eat a balanced diet and you are healthy, it will help you to be alert. They are our swag bag words. Each day is never a regular day because Mr. Tickle is always getting up to mischief. We've got the connective because in that sentence. And if we look at the word mischief, it has our alternative sound E. The I and the E make E, mischief. Mr. Tickle likes to laugh, smile, and dance. That sentence has used commas in a list. So there's lots of impressive things in that character description. There's Mr. Bump. Let's look at Mr. Bump's character description. Mr. Bump is always very clumsy. He is always falling off his chair and bumping into things. He often needs to go to the hospital because he is extremely wounded. Mr. Bump accelerates too fast, just like a cheetah. Once he even clambered over a table and fell off. Poor Mr. Bump needs to stop bounding and stroll sensibly to stop all of the silly accidents. Mr. Bump has hurt his leg, arm, knee, and his head. So again, if we look at the words Mr. Bump, the Mr. has a capital M and Bump has a capital B because both of those are his name. Let's see what else is good about this description. So he is always falling off his chair and bumping into things. We've got the connective and in that sentence. He often needs to go to hospital because he is extremely wounded. We've got the connective because. Extremely is our swag bag word and wounded is a swag bag word from when we were learning about Florence Nightingale and the wounded soldiers. Mr. Bump accelerates too fast, just like a cheetah. Accelerates is one of our swag bag words, and that sentence is a simile. It's got like, it's comparing Mr. Bump to going too fast, just like a cheetah runs very fast. We've got the swag bag words clambered and bounding from the story Room on the Broom that we've looked at, and stroll. is a swag bag word from the Gruffalo story that we've looked at. And the last sentence says, Mr. Bumpers hurt his leg, arm, knee, and his head. That is an example of using commas in a list.